All right, y'all. We are back at it again. Hey, y'all. We're back at it again. You're watching Religion Wink TV, and my spiritual ears stay. Let's get right into this video. A 27-year-old man in police custody, y'all, lost his life. Go figure. Hi, everybody. Shalom and welcome to Religion Wing TV, where my spiritual ear. Yay! All right, so according to this article, Milwaukee police in custody, death after drug related stop. All right, so there is a 27-year-old man. He was taken into custody near Caesar and Chavez Drive and Lambert Boulevard around 8 p.m. in Milwaukee, of course, and he had a medical emergency. And it's going to go on to say that he may have overdosed on some drugs. It was believed he may have recently taken a controlled substance, Chief Jeffrey Norman said in a press conference Thursday. And I told y'all about my friend LV. Shout out to you, LV. I love you so much, bro. Oh my God. I had a friend years ago coming from upstate New York, and he was selling drugs. He got pulled over on the road. He swallowed the amount he had on him, and the police kind of knew this and saw this. You know, when there's no evidence, you kind of can get off some of the charges or whatever. But he made the choice, like I said in my video when I did it, to swallow the drugs he had on him, and basically they choked him out, and he died. They were trying to get the drugs. I mean, sometimes you gotta leave well enough alone. Even as the police, if someone make a decision to swallow drugs, I'm almost certain in most cases they try to get the drugs up so they have the evidence when they go to court, and people sometimes lose their lives, and it could very well be like this for the unknown 27-year-old man who lost his life in police custody. Milwaukee police are investigating an in custody death after a man was arrested following a traffic stop in conjunction with a drug investigation on the city's south side Wednesday night, December 8th. He was taken to the hospital for treatment, was medically cleared, and was placed back in custody. All right, so he had an issue with drugs. Okay, they doing some raid or whatever investigation. He has an issue with drugs. They take him to the hospital. He's medically cleared and then placed back in their custody and then end up dying. While in custody again, he began to have a second medical emergency and was rushed to the hospital. Could have been seizures and things like that. I've seen where in the nursing field, people have taken drugs and seize out like crazy. Their body can't tolerate that much of it in there. Can't tolerate any of it really, but people use it for whatever reasons. And it says he was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy is scheduled for Friday. The medical examiner said, and this report was written by Bill Miston out of Fox 6 News, December 9th. So it's fairly new. Let's go ahead and listen to some of this article, and hopefully, let me see if there's any numbers you guys can call. They're still investigating the case. Norman says, I know there are particular time points in this particular situation that we're still looking into. Once we're able to get clarity throughout the investigation, we'll be able to know exactly each particular point of what happened throughout that evening. Two officers were placed on administrative duty. One is 38 years old with more than 6 years with MPD, and one is 30 years old with more than 3 years with MPD. And I don't give a damn how long you've been with Satan. I meant wolves in sheep clothing. I meant some of the police that's out here acting like the devil. Some of these people aren't trained with emotions, with patience, with just responding correctly to situations they find themselves in. I don't give a damn if you're a police or not, carrying a gun, licensed to kill. you get paranoid, you get anxiety, you get stressed out, you get hot headed. We heard in that officer, 29-year-old alleged unknown officer in Chicago, who shot the woman, his baby mama, in the face, and they said he was relinquished of his police power. And I said, is it power or is it abusive power? Now you can listen to mainstream media all you want and they can sugarcoat all this nonsense out here with the devil, or you can listen to some real broadcasting going on letting you know that these people are out here killing, stealing, and destroying in blue uniforms. Some of them getting away with it. Now, Norman also goes on to say, we still don't know the extent as to how and what happened in regards to the particular drugs inside of him. Hell, if he had him in him and was trying to choke him and cough him back up, y'all probably had your hands around his neck where he couldn't. I don't know. I've seen it happen to my friend LV. I'm just saying, I speak from experience over here. All right. So, but we're still an ongoing investigation to figure out what was the actual how that happened. Said Norman, you know how the hell it happened. They know how the hell it happened too. The 38-year-old, more than 6 years on MPD, and one is 30 years old with 3 years on MPD. You know how the hell it happened. All right, allegedly. Anyway, yeah, let's listen to this. Hopefully, I don't get no copyright strike. Oh, there it go. Okay, I found it, y'all. I found the volume button. Yeah, the commercial is playing and you can't hear it. Yes, I finally did it. Any other time I catch the beginning of the commercial, y'all. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Last night.
8 p.m. 1600 block of South Cedar Drive.
You know what? Down south got a lot of, in Midwest got a lot of black sergeants, and man, I'm gonna link the video so y'all can see this man here. Like the man yesterday, where the man said, "This is the day. This is the day. This is the day." He wasn't singing that song, y'all. He was singing another tune in a standoff with the police. He took a sip of a drink, that fine officer said. That would be Sergeant Scandrick. And he said he was mumbling over there. The officers was trying to talk him down, and all of a sudden he brandished the gun. They didn't say he fired the gun, and they opened fire on that man. They returned fire, the article said, and he is dead. I'm trying to tell y'all, guns, man. Who putting them in your community? That's all I want to know. Who doing it, and who choosing to use them?
Milwaukee police conducted a traffic stop in conjunction with an ongoing drug investigation. The 27-year-old Milwaukee male was taken into custody and conveyed to Milwaukee Police Department.
He said Marky Mel is his name. I have to listen to it again. Marky Mel.
District number 2. While in custody, officers identified that the subject was in need of medical attention, believing he had recently taken a controlled substance. According to department policy, the subject was conveyed to a local hospital.
Hold on. Did he recently take a controlled substance, or did he swallow the drugs so there wouldn't be no evidence and y'all tried to get the drugs out of his system? Which one is it? Now, I know people take drugs, okay? Most people that's in drug investigations, generally they use their own product. Biggie said, never get high on your own supply. But there's people out here that sell drugs and get high. I get that. But when you have an investigation, when you stopping people on the side of the road, traffic stops, 9 times out of 10, the people in the car with the drugs try to swallow the drugs, hoping it don't kill them. And sometimes it do, along with the police trying to fight you and get them up and make you vomit them up so they have evidence. It's real, people. This kind of stuff happens. I'm a living witness to it. I lost a really good love of my life behind it, but he chose to sell the drugs. He chose to come from Utica one night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, with the drugs he had on him. He got pulled over. He chose to swallow the drugs because he didn't want to go to prison like most black men. They want to be out here selling the drugs, doing the crime, but when it comes to doing the time, they rather swallow the drugs, and sometimes it could be a lot, it could be a little. Sometimes it don't affect people, and in my friend LV case, it took his life. And that's possibly what happened with this young 27-year-old who lost his life December 8th in police custody, having a drug related issue, taken to the hospital only to be put back in police custody, now to be headed to the morgue, and his family have to bury him. So it's all about choices, man, on both parts, the police and the criminal. I'm trying to tell y'all, if they get under the word of God, everybody be lining up with this word out here. For the most part, everybody ain't gonna get God, but as long as I have breath in me, that's my message for the century. Okay, for my last days on this earth, it's the word of God. It's the word of God. It's the word of God these demons need. Now, all police ain't bad, and neither is all criminals. Some people have to go do what they got to do because of the way Satan got the world set up. You know how Kevin Hart said, the way my bank account is set up, he got to rub his card on his pants, and he got to take from one pocket to put in the other pocket and borrow, rob from Peter to pay Paul, has been some black people's plight here in America. And Satan knows this. And knows he can keep the plantations full if he keep putting certain things in your community which is already broken but lacking food and clothes and water and shelter and this and that. You're going to go out there and do some of these things that's been freely given unto you. Oh God, y'all need to knock it off. Knock it off today, y'all. Knock it off.
Hospital for medical care. After the subject was medically cleared by the hospital, he was conveyed back to MPD District Number 2.
And what happened?
While at District Number 2, he had an additional medical emergency and was conveyed to a local hospital for treatment, where he was ultimately pronounced deceased. According to department policy, 2 officers have been placed on administrative duty. One officer, who is 38 years old, with 6 years on the job. The second officer, who is 30 years old, with 3 years on the job.
All right, let's just stop there. I'm gonna put the link down below. They've been placed on administrative duty. Why? Because something made it happen out in the fields. There's some questionability going on here. What the hell happened? Norman said. We gotta figure out how this man end up dead, like Sandra Bland and so many other people in our custody. How that woman, Christina Nance, end up dead in a police van on police property, but police don't know about it. How that woman Treasure out in Chicago ended up dead next to a police RV. In the, oh man, wolves in sheep's clothing. So y'all, a little bit more.
In procedure, the death of a person while in police custody will be investigated by an outside and independent law enforcement agency.
Thank you, officer, for that. I do appreciate that because sometimes when you investigate yourselves, you're going to make yourself look squeaky clean. Let an outside independent person come in and investigate this like it should be investigated because those 2 detectives or officers you have on administrative desk leave right now might have did something to that man, allegedly. And that man very well have did something to himself by making the choice to do the drugs or to ingest them for whatever reason, whether it was his personal use or whether he was trying to flee the persecution of prison, which most men out here is trying to do, especially black men. But you know what I'm talking about. Drug stop, drug related, 2 frisky police officers out there. Oh no, abusive power, that uniform, that gun, give me them drugs. And they went to that man allegedly, try to get him to vomit up them drugs or something like that. I seen it. Shout out to LV. God bless you. And y'all have a great day. This is crazy, y'all, but I'm going to keep reporting on it because guess what? Ain't nobody else doing it like me. Now you can go on with your day. Now you're released to go out into the community and share this channel with your friends, your family, and anybody else you think can take advantage of what thus saith the Lord in these last days. And hell, even my personality is working its way to get as well. You think they can get with these two mess together? And one of the messiest channels on YouTube as far as the Bible is concerned, then this is where they need to be. And you are welcome to my family. As long as you come in the name of the Most High God and come to obey His commands, His laws, His statutes, and His judgments. Other than that, you don't have any problem. You have a right to accept who you want in your life. And if you're of the devil, I'm not giving place to the devil. Ain't that what y'all say, Christians? So I'm not giving place to no devil. And if I feel like you bear that of the soul thereof, I'm not messing with you. But I'm going to report on you because it needs to be reported. And with that being said, you have been watching Religion Link TV. Hey, Jabber Law, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody that showed up in the chat. How y'all doing? And you have been watching Religion Link TV, and my spiritual ear stays. And if y'all can't get with that, y'all can't get with me. I'm sorry.